Welcome to the HBM Test and Measurement FAQ video series. Hi, I'm Mike Hoyer, HBM Applications Engineer, and in this video I'm going to provide an overview of the Perception Report option. Perception offers three report functions. All Perception versions include a standard quick report to Word function, providing simple automatic reports. Now there are two additional report functions available if the report option is purchased, meaning it's enabled on your Perception license key. There's the Perception Report Sheet, which enables one to easily create custom professional reports using intuitive layout and graphical tools. And the Advanced Report to Word allows one to create personalized reports using a Word template with bookmarks. Now let's take a look at each report function in more detail. Perception's built-in Quick Report to Word creates simple reports with minimal configuration. It enables you to post sheet objects in any desired order to Microsoft Word manually or automatically using Perception's automation function. Objects include displays, user tables, images, and cursor tables if visible. Here's a quick example. If I click on Automation and select Quick Report to Word, I'm presented with a list of objects which I can select or deselect to include in my Word document. And I can use the up and down arrows to actually arrange the order of each object to be included in the document. I'll make sure I have Display and User Table checked. I'll deselect Image, and now to create the report, I'll click on Report Now. Perception's report sheet is used to create and edit professional report templates, which looks somewhat like a desktop publishing environment. Elements on the left include tools for inserting and editing design elements, attributes for a selected item, alignment tool to align selected objects, a navigator thumbnail to view artwork while zoomed, a bottom toolbar for page, zoom, and drawing, and on the right is the document work area. The Report pull-down menu has a few additional elements, including a report setup window for a number of pages and page sizes and margins. Plus, the menu also has elements for grid settings, inserting pages, load and saving a report template, or saving the report as an image, printing a report, which could even be print to a PDF, plus posting a report to Word, and even making the report read-only. A default report is one page with the recording name and number in the upper left here in the header, and page number on the bottom left and date in the bottom right, all in the footer. Plus you've got the active main display here. Now I'm going to show you some of the more common tools used to create a report. First we'll remove the default main display using the select tool, and then we will actually add a main display and a zoom display, which is basically what we see here in our active display. So we'll go to the display tool here, we'll click and drag, and by default it goes to the main display. I'm going to remove grid lines. It gets a little too busy with grid lines displayed, and here's our main display, and we can actually at any point in time move it to wherever we want on the display. We can size it however we want. We'll add another display. This time we're going to make this what we call our zoom display. So we'll click on zoom, again remove the grid lines, and that's our zoom display. Again, we can change the location and size at any time. Now we're going to add a logo, so we'll click and drag using our image tool, and we want it to use the HBM logo here, and we want it to fit the image proportionally. Now we'll add a user table, so we'll click on the report table here. Instead of actually creating a new user table, we're going to link to the user table on the active sheet. Now you see that the box is kind of left justified with a lot of space here on the right. You can actually change the location of each of the cells. We'll make this, let's say 88%. Maybe we'll make this 44%. And you can actually, of course, change the size of your user table. Now we're going to add an image. So we'll go to the image tool and click and drag here. Go to an image and add that image proportionally. And then finally, we're going to add some text. Here, this is text we're going to add, company name. And the actual name will come from the input of the user from the information sheet. So that's company. And then we'll also add the username. And again, information from the user during the recording from the information sheet. And let's see, we'll make this bold. We'll make this bold. And we're done. We've created a nice looking report here. This is a template. And every time new data is acquired, the report waveform display and user table will update. So now we're going to add some new data. And we'll now see some new data. We'll change this maybe to a single cycle, and then we see that all changes on the report, the user table, as well as the displays of the waveforms. Of course, at this point, we can either save, print, or post the report. The advanced Report to Word offers additional flexibility over the standard quick Report to Word. However, it does require more setup time. Now, the first step is to create a template in Word, and this requires Word 2007 or higher. For this example, I'm going to be using Word 2010. Now, be sure to turn on Show Bookmarks in Word 2010. This is found under File, and then we go to Options, and then Advanced. And then we want to scroll down till we see the area entitled Show Document Content. And you want to make sure Show Bookmarks is checked. By default, it normally is not. Now let's insert some bookmarks. We'll start with Date of Test. And then we'll go to Insert and Bookmark. And we'll call it Test Date. Next, we'll add user name. And then we'll go to link, bookmark, and we'll call that user name. Now we'll add a user table. So I will simply go to a bookmark and type in user table. And finally, I will hit return and then add an element called main display. Main display. Now I will save this as a template. I'll call it HBM template. Now what we need to do is go over to Perception, and we need to browse for the Word template. We'll go to Automation, Report to Word, and Browse. And here's the HBM template. And now we see the bookmarks in Word, and we now need to link them to each element in Perception. So the first item is main display. So we'll need to go to the display and add and link that. Next thing is test date. So we need to go to the active recording information and click on UTC date. Next is user name. So we go to edit item, and we actually go to the information where the user enters the name, and then user table, where we can actually go to the table and click OK. Now we can actually go to build if we want to choose any report document options, and then hit report now to actually send the report to Word with all the elements, user table, date of test, username, and the display. Thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, please feel free to call, email, or visit our website for the latest product solutions and downloads at www.hbm.com. HighSpeed.com.